Hi guys, I'm Tara. Today I'm going to be bringing you along with me while I clean my plant shelf. I've had a really busy past couple weeks and it's been really neglected, so you're going to be seeing a lot. We're going to be cleaning the shelf off, we're going to be watering the plants, I'm going to be showing you some of the collection that I have, so stay tuned. So first I'm just going to be wiping off the shelves, so let me show you guys what we're working with here. So this is what the plant shelf is looking like right now. It might not look that bad to you, but that is not what it usually looks like. I like to keep everything really clean and organized. So I'm gonna start by taking all the plants off the shelf, and then I'm gonna wipe the shelves off, and then I'll see you back here for that. So here's all my little planties on the floor. Every time I take them down, I feel like I don't have a lot. I used to have a lot bigger collection, but I actually downsized very recently. So my collection right now is pretty small. I actually just downsized. Me and my husband own a plant shop called NFG Plant Co. And we recently had to pull out of the space we were in because there was a weird plant shortage going on in Ohio. So we couldn't find any plants. We don't have a wholesale license or anything yet. That was supposed to be our next step this fall or next summer, but we ended up having to pull out because we just weren't like turning the profit that we needed from it that we were before. Hopefully we'll be back pretty soon selling plants again, but for now we're just trying to enjoy buying plants for us because we haven't gotten to do that in a really long time. So we've just been hanging out buying plants that we want, and it's been really fun. So hopefully I'll get some new wish list plants here soon, but you know, we'll see. So we're done with that. So I just made some changes to where things were before because we've done a lot of different stuff with our plants since the last time I organized. So I just moved things to where they would make the most sense. So next I'm going to be just going through my prop box. So we're going to go through my prop box together and we're going to see how everything is doing. I haven't checked it in like a month. I think I went through it a month ago. And I think I started it about 3 months ago, so we're gonna see how the progress is on all my propagations, what's still left, what died, what needs to be done. So let's do that. Alright, so here she is. So I've got a lot of different things in here. So we were trying to like restock for the plant shop, so there's just a lot of random stuff in here. I actually have this guy in here because he was totally hating life. He put out this really pretty new leaf, and then he put out this really weird wonky leaf. Then he put out this one right here, and then it has another one coming up. So I think I'm gonna keep him in here. He seems to like it, so we've got him. I guess I've got another one in here. These are all of my pubic calyx cuttings. These were actually the pink splash pubic calyx, but I think that since they haven't had much light, they kind of like lost it, but it looks like we have a new whole entire vine here, so that's great. So we're gonna pull these out and see how they're doing. This one has got no roots up. It looks like he has a couple popping, getting ready to come out, but so far he doesn't have any roots yet. Like I said, it's been about a month since I checked, so I'm not sure how everyone's gonna look. So, oh wow, this guy actually has roots and he has an entire new vine coming up here. So that's really sick. I'm really excited about that. Let me put these over here on this lid so I don't get a bunch of dirt on the floor maybe. Oh wow. So this guy's got really good roots. He has another vine coming up too right here. Wow, they really like it in here. I did like a couple different Hoya varieties in here and they literally all like kicked the bucket after like 2 or 3 weeks. I think it was too moist in here for them. So I'm really glad the pubic calyx likes it, because if they were all to die, I would have been so upset. But I put some like pretty like decently rare varieties in here, so I'm pretty pissed about that, but I'm glad to see these guys are doing good. So it looks like we've got some roots on this guy on the bottom, and then we've got some new growth at the top here. Oh wow, okay, so this is the vine that I saw when we were looking a second ago. So this is his roots, and then we've got a whole entire vine here. It looks like it is ready to put up some new leaves in a couple days maybe. I see a new leaf right here, so I'm really excited about that. These propagated amazingly. Like I said, these are the pink splash, so when they're ready, I'm probably gonna put them in some soil and try to give them some more light so that they can get their pink back. But I'm glad that they did so well. These were actually to sell, so since our shop isn't necessarily open anymore, I think I'm probably just gonna sell them on Facebook Marketplace. We seem to do a pretty good turnaround with plants there, which is great. So here is another one. So he doesn't seem to have any roots yet. Oh, there's a little one at the bottom here. And then he had a little bit of a vine right here, and it looks like that died. So I'll make sure to snip that off, and then hopefully he can have some new growth come up soon. So that was all my pubic calyx. I have a few different things in here. So we just recently got a Peru. My husband was extremely excited about it, and we put the Perus in here, I want to say 2 weeks ago, and this one's already got a big fat root on it, so he's really stoked for that. He was really nervous to cut it up because it was just absolutely beautiful when we got it. We got it from a local shop in Cuyahoga Falls called Lily's Leaf and Vine, and that's where we used to sell our plants at, so we were really excited that we could buy from there and still keep supporting Leah's business. But yeah, we were super excited about this little Peru we got from her. Here's the top of the vine. So it looks like it hasn't gotten any roots yet. I mean, it has some aerial roots here, which I'm sure will start rooting very soon, but we've got a new leaf coming up. And then this is the last cutting. I also want to point out that this is just bone dry. So I'm shocked that any of them grew roots. This cocoa fiber is 100% bone dry, so rest in peace. These were actually from where we're keeping the albo now. We have the albo in a little terrarium, and we had like these in there, and I didn't feel like planting them up, so I just threw them in here, so they're not doing that great. This is a Monstera Deliciosa that I actually grew from like a really small baby, so I want to make sure nothing happens to him because I'm just kind of proud of him, you know. So that's those guys. Next, this was a Cebu Blue, and it looks like it died. The soil is actually still kind of moist, so that's kind of surprising, but that's okay. This is off of our really big Cebu Blue. Looks like they've got some roots coming up here. Very nice, very nice. When I cut these, I actually accidentally cut them backwards, so the long piece was supposed to stick into the soil, but I guess I wasn't paying attention. But it is kind of nice though, because it does like stick, I guess. But they look like they're all doing good. So while I'm doing this, I'm actually gonna like aerate the soil a little bit, so I'm gonna go get a tool to do that, so I'll be right back. With using cocoa fiber, like checking on things and putting them back, it gets really compacted. So I'm just trying to aerate it a little bit so when I put them back in, they're not like not actually in the soil. So we're just gonna mix that up a little bit. Okay, so these guys are back in here. Their soil is honestly like still pretty moist, so it doesn't look too bad. Next we have some Scindapsus pictus. Again, cut these literally all the wrong way, but you know, it's kind of nice because you got something to grab to pull them out, I guess. But so these don't look like they're, I mean, they look like they're just starting to root out. The ones that I think that I didn't stick these all the way in the soil, like when I, you know, looked at them the last time, so they might not be doing as good, but that one had a lot of roots. This one has a little root coming up. This one has a little root coming up, and this soil is very, very, very wet. So we'll just aerate this a little bit so we can try to get those guys in there a little better. And we're gonna stick them back in. It is equally convenient and inconvenient that I cut these the wrong way, but I kind of don't hate it. It's kind of convenient, like in its own way. It really is. So I might do that next time. Maybe I'll try it again. We've got more Scindapsus pictus here. Oh, these guys were really deep in the soil. Look at that root right there. That's crazy. Oh yeah, these ones are doing much better than the other ones. That one's just got a little one. This one was probably the top cut, I could only assume, since we have a new leaf coming up here soon. But yeah, they look pretty good. Those ones all had roots on them. Some of them were really good. We're gonna throw these guys back in here. The bad thing about checking on them is I feel like I don't get, like when their roots are really long, it feels like I don't get them all the way back in the soil. So hopefully, you know, they'll be okay. I'm gonna try to like maybe use my aerating stick to shove them down in there. But you know, I can't not check. I'm pretty curious all the time to see everything root. This one was like, we made these a pretty long time ago too. I mean, I want to see the I want to see the results, you know. I'm just impatient like that. All right guys, so I'm going to show you what the plant shelf looks like, all cleaned up and everything. So here it is. Alright guys, that's it. Thanks for hanging out with me. If you guys like this video, leave a like. If you want to see more, subscribe. I'm going to be making some more content soon. So thank you guys so much for being here, and I'll see you next time.